Lions hunt in prides, and it's usually the females that bring home the food. However, that doesn't mean male lions never hunt. Have you ever seen a male lion attack a cheetah? What about a bear? If you like big cats, stay tuned as we count down 15 merciless moments when male lions attack their prey. Number 15. Hyena. Lions and hyenas hate each other, and they're not to be invited at the same party unless you want to see blood splattered all over your living room. Hyenas hang around in large clans, and when they put their minds to it, they can give smaller lion prides a run for their money. However, it all depends on how many males are there in the pride, because they're the difference makers. In our first video, this male lion chases a hyena in the bush. The hyena manages to barely escape the lion as it runs for its dear life. During a night ambush, this older male lion shows the advantage male lions have over hyenas, when two hyenas run for their lives after almost being snatched by the big guy. This male lion destroys this very small hyena. No matter how loud the hyena screams, this lion shows no pity or remorse when it finishes it off. Finally, this male lion chases this hyena, and it doesn't give up until it catches up to it. What a powerful animal the lion is, and when you see it in action this way, that's when you realize it. Number 14. Buffalo. Although there are few opponents capable of destroying the lion, there is one formidable foe the lion must avoid. While lions can kill practically any prey, especially when acting together, buffalo are famously difficult to kill. When it's time for a hearty dinner, a lion on its own would have a hard time taking down a Cape buffalo, so they normally band together. It's also fascinating to witness how buffaloes help one another when they're in trouble. They do most of the time, but occasionally they will take a long time to react, giving the lions enough time to finish off their prey. The worst thing a buffalo can do is turn its back to an approaching lion, and these buffalo are doing exactly this in our first clip. When they all turn around and run, the lion isolates one of the creatures and tackles it to the ground. Do you realize how powerful the feline must be to bring down a 2,000-pound buffalo? Once the lion has a buffalo by the neck, it's not a sure thing, but it would be difficult for the horned animal to escape such a grip. And when a second male joins in, it's game over. In South Africa's Kruger National Park, a pride of 4 lions mauled a buffalo just meters away from people. This one buffalo had a significant limp, which caused it to fall behind its herd, which is exactly what lions look for while they're hunting. One of the lions suddenly lifts its head, noticing the buffalo. Then all hell broke loose, and the lions began chasing it. The lions pulled the buffalo down mere meters in front of the jubilant crowd after slipping on the tar road. Our next video takes place in Kruger National Park, where a 3-lion coalition cornered an injured buffalo before putting it out of its misery. I'm sure the buffalo would have enjoyed a few more days alive, but this is life in the bush. In this video, this male lion is challenged by a herd of buffalo, and the lion keeps scaring them off, but they keep coming back, always facing the feline. If the lion doesn't get too close, he should be okay. Finally, these 3 male lions eventually haul down a buffalo after a week of hunting. Even when 400 buffaloes arrived to help the unfortunate victim, the lions refused to give up until the herd left. Number 13. Zebra. A zebra herd is constantly on the watch for predators such as lions, hyenas, leopards, and cheetahs, as well as other dangers. When zebras sense a predator, they make a high-pitched sound to alert the herd. With a top speed of 64 kilometers per hour, zebras aren't the fastest animal on the savannah. A zebra's main antagonist is the lion, which can gallop at a speed of up to 81 kilometers per hour. Quicker lions will grab and consume prey, allowing them to live and reproduce, and as a result, faster lions are making up a larger percentage of the population. Quicker zebras can evade predators, allowing them to live and reproduce, and faster zebras eventually make up a bigger part of the population. When a pride of lions pounces on a zebra though, there isn't much that can be done to save the zebra, especially if it's a male lion, just like in this video. The zebra just stands there as if it has no idea the lion was coming, and when the lion is sitting on top of it, it realizes it's in trouble. This lion had just finished another kill and was ready to go on. He must have come across the sick zebra and couldn't pass it up. It looks like this zebra had earplugs in his ears because it did not react at all until the lion was already on top of it. Number 12. Cheetah. Adult cheetahs are easy prey for lions and hyenas, but youngsters are especially vulnerable. Cheetah cub survival in East Africa's Serengeti Plains is only around 5%, owing to lion predation. Finally, giving cheetahs more space is the most pressing concern. Lions do not dislike cheetahs any more than any other animal in their environment, but if given the opportunity, they will kill one, especially if it is an easy kill. The cheetah is the fastest land animal, but the lion isn't very far behind, so when this lion chases this cheetah in this clip, the lion better take it seriously or it will end up like beef stew, which is exactly what happens. I don't understand why the cheetah didn't take off right away and just stood there staring at the lion. The few seconds it lost were the difference between life and death, and when it started running, it seemed like it was a leisurely jog. I just don't get it. You have a monster chasing you and you know when it grabs you, it will eat you and you jog? It's even worse when you consider that the cheetah can outrun the lion. The way the lion violently attacked the cheetah is mind-boggling. Number 11. Wildebeest. In the African savanna, several predators prefer to eat wildebeest. The chances of catching wildebeest are excellent because their meat is tender and they are plentiful. When the great wildebeest migration begins, most predators are on high alert because they know it will be an all-you-can-eat buffet for weeks. The lion's favorite prey is most likely the wildebeest. Wildebeest are vulnerable when confronted by a lion pride, and they are better at fending off a lion one-on-one. But when it's a male lion like in this clip, things are not as easy. This lion drags this wildebeest in the mud, and besides the fact the wildebeest has already a hard time moving, the mud makes it that much harder. It's an easy kill for the lion, and he happily shares the meal with a buddy of his. Number 10. Wild dogs. Lions are the most fearless and ferocious predators in Africa. Not many animals will mess with the lions unless they outnumber them, like hyenas for instance, or perhaps even wild dogs. But the minute a few lion males show up, everyone runs for their lives, especially wild dogs because they are so tiny compared to lions. Together, wild dogs are probably the most successful hunters in the bush, but facing a lion one-on-one for a wild dog is complete madness, and you can see it in this footage when this lion knocks over a wild dog. Lions and African wild dogs are at the top of the food chain. There are approximately 200 wild dogs left in Kruger National Park and the surrounding area. It is critical to safeguard them and raise awareness of their presence. Although instances like this can't be avoided as nature progresses, people can't intervene unless the animal is being harmed by humans, thanks to the park's high rules. As a result, when this lion grabs a little pup, all observers are stunned, and rightfully so. Why didn't the lion go after one of the grown-ups instead? It's a harsh world, but that's how it is. Number 9. Kudu. The kudu is a huge spiral-horned antelope that is difficult for predators like lions to catch. Let's look at a couple kudus as they attempt to flee the king of the jungle's clutches and see how they fare. This lion is leisurely strolling down the road, minding its own thing, followed by a dozen automobiles, when all of a sudden, the lion jumps off at full speed and attacks a kudu on the side of the road. The lion succeeds to seize the kudu's legs, but the kudu, being large and powerful, tries to kick its way out of the situation. The kudu didn't appear to have much of a fighting chance, and the lion was able to get a quick meal. Finally, this male lion and female attack this kudu, but just as the kudu appears to be dead, it begins to move and struggle, and despite the lion's surprise, the kudu is easily dispatched. Number 8. Elephant. Elephants have a large body that weighs between 3 and 7 tons, and a few animals, including lion prides, will interfere with them unless they have no other option. They can uproot enormous trees from the roots. Imagine a much smaller lion being seriously hurt by a single whack with its trunk. It has a top speed of 30 to 40 kilometers per hour despite its size. Elephants never travel alone. Instead, they like to travel in groups. As a result, when one elephant is attacked, the other elephants are alerted. Even if it's a pride of lions, attacking an elephant appears to be a near impossible task. However, when it's small elephant calf like in this video, anything is possible, especially when it's a large male lion chasing it. I'm surprised this young elephant is all by itself. Elephants are usually always in groups, especially a young calf. But I guess the calf went wandering around on its own, and this happens when you don't listen to your parents. Now, the calf is in big trouble when a second male comes around. When the calf first saw the elephant, it challenged it, but it changed its mind quickly when the lion started chasing it, and when the elephant turned around, it was already too late. Tourists on a safari came across a young elephant wandering alone by a waterhole. A male lion approached it and proceeded with a mock charge to see how the elephant would react. The second attempt, though, was a real attack, as you can see in the video when the lion jumps on the elephant's back. A lioness joins in on the fun and helps the male, and the little elephant is history. Number 7. Warthog. Warthogs are fearless and deadly animals that can cause tremendous damage. How did they do against the jungle's monarch though? Did they have a chance in a fight with a lion? Of course, the warhog is not a moron and will not purposefully approach the lion to insult it. Should the lion decide to strike, the warhog will simply defend itself. The warhog will be pursued by the lion until it is forced to fight it. If the warhog is to survive such a conflict, he'll need a few prayers on hand, which will almost certainly be insufficient. In this video, this warhog isn't against 1 or 2 lions, it's up against 3 male lions and it doesn't have a chance in hell of surviving. One of the lions grabs the warhog by the neck, and as it takes it somewhere a little more private, the other 2 lions join in the feast. Male lions are the first to eat on a kill, and this is accurate despite the fact that they rarely make the kills. Check out these 4 young middle-sized lions who are refusing to be bullied by this dominant male. The large black man lion attempted to defend his rights, but was ultimately ignored by the 4 tenacious youths. Finally, a Masai Mara male lion hears a warhog in a hole and begins digging him out. Unfortunately for the warhog, there is no escape tunnel. Even with their ear on the ground, lions can detect even the tiniest movements underground that humans would miss. Number 6. Crocodile. Crocodiles and lions are both apex predators, yet crocodiles dominate the water while lions govern the land. When one has made a kill and the other wants a portion of it, they frequently cross paths. In this video, a male lion and a couple of female aggress this crocodile, but the crocodile stands its ground and is not intimidated by the felines. Even the male lion thinks about it for a few seconds before pursuing the challenge. The lion is aware of the crocodile's powerful bite and probably doesn't think it's worth the risk when there are so many other animals available that are much less dangerous. This male lion tries to approach an animal carcass in this video, but the crocodile is not pleased. The lion is unconcerned, as it has been all day, and decides to lie down and relax while waiting to see what happens next. What I enjoy about this is that both the lion and the crocodile are aware of the surroundings. They are both aware that they are powerful opponents, therefore would rather wait than engage in combat. This altercation took place in the Masai Mara. Longface is the name of the male lion in this video, and he's a big guy. This crocodile weighs almost 1,300 pounds, which is more than twice the weight of Longface. Despite the lighter weight, the male lion is able to easily drag the crocodile to the ground. The crocodile's bite force is 3,700 psi, while the lion's is 691 psi. After watching this video, I'm sure everyone recognizes that a lion's bite force is likely greater than 691 psi. Fights between lions and crocodiles are mostly always over food. It's not like one of these mighty predators looks for the other one to eat it, so when they cross paths, it's always about food. In this video, this lion attempts to steal a carcass from the crocodile. Finally, this crocodile's back is turned when this lion approaches it. As soon as the crocodile turns around, the lion sees its mouth and forgets about his initial plan. Number 5. Impala. Lions are not that fond of impala, and male lions prefer hunting buffalo, while lionesses prefer zebra and wildebeest. That doesn't mean a male lion will say no to an impala, and that's why you see the male lion in this video carrying an impala in his mouth. That's one big impala, and the lion can carry it through a swamp, pulling through the heavy water without a problem. The male lion stole the impala from this female, and now he's giving the female a piece of his mind. This male lion is holding onto this impala by its side, which is quite rare. They usually have a strange hold on them, but perhaps this impala wiggled itself out of that, and now the lion is trying to stay in control. Finally, this male lion carries an impala kill right in front of the safari jeep to a more discreet location so he can enjoy his lunch. Number 4. Hippo. The hippo is another beast lions don't attack often for obvious reasons, but unfortunately, that didn't prevent a hippo and a calf from being killed by lions in Kruger Park, according to safari tourists. Unfortunately, wildlife is put under a lot of stress during droughts. When the water they called home dried up, the hippo cow and her calf were likely forced to move. The cow was exhausted, and she had presumably spent a long period traveling a long distance in search of a new water source. Although hippos are fearsome and destructive, the lack of access to water makes them vulnerable in times of crisis. In this video, this hippo carries a male lion on its back into a water hole, while another male lion watches. The lion keeps biting the hippo, and both lions eventually climb on the hippo's back. It's obvious the hippo is weak and injured because it doesn't put up a fight. Finally, Scarface, the dominant male of the Marsh Pride in the Masai Mara, is celebrating his recent kill. That day, a young hippo did not make it back to the Mara River. Number 3. Bear. If there is one animal that can stand up to a lion, it's a bear. So of course, many large and powerful bears, such as polar bears and grizzly bears, never meet lions since they do not share continents. A bear and a lion engage in a fatal struggle in this clip. The fight appears to be even, but this is a movie, so there's certain to be some sleight of hand. In the end, the bear flees and is chased away by the lion. A fight between these two animals would very certainly end in a tie, though a large grizzly or polar bear might be able to slightly outmuscle a lion. It's not something I put my money on, but it's a possibility. Number 2. Safari cars. Going on a safari is always an adventure, and you never know what to expect. Sometimes, it can be the most breathtaking experience one can have, and other times, it can become terrifying. Just ask this group of visitors who got the scare of their lives when 2 lions attacked their safari vehicle in Karnataka's Bannerghatta Biological Park recently. There were no injuries among the visitors because of the incident. The entire incident was captured on camera by a driver in a vehicle that was following the Audi. The lion approaches a vehicle and chases it, but the vehicle is too fast. This male lion challenges his Jeep as it backs away, avoiding an unnecessary confrontation. This male lion gets a little too curious and rips off the side mirror of this SUV. What else did this guy expect venturing into the bush with his SUV? When the vehicle takes off, the lions chase it everywhere. Finally, this male lion decided to climb on this vehicle to get a better view. The vehicle is surrounded by 3 huge male lions. I just hope they don't open any doors, or the lions don't break any windows. The vehicle backs up, and thankfully, the lion jumps off when the vehicle begins to move. Number 1. Lions fight for dominance. Usually, lions do not hunt and eat other lions. They prefer not to devour other predators' meat, unless it's a life and death situation. Another reason lions don't devour other lions is that they are too tired to do so. Lions will occasionally kill cubs to assert their claim on females, especially when they take over new territory from another pride. Male lions have been known to attack female lionesses that refuse to mate, and female lionesses who refuse to mate have been known to be killed. In this video, these 2 male lions have an argument. It may be territorial or to take over a pride. Whatever it is, one of the lions is chasing the other and succeeds. Our next video is a little dark, but it appears that these male lions are attacking an older male lion. I guess it's the changing of the guard, and the younger, more energetic lions are letting this lion know there's a new sheriff in town. In this video, these 2 lions fight to the death under the watchful eye of the other members of the pride to decide which of the 2 will lead the pride. It's not a pretty sight, but it's the law of the land. These 2 males compete for females and territory. As you can see, these fights can get quite intense, and it's not rare one of the 2 lions dies in the process. But most of the time, the weaker lions will give up and abandon the fight. In this video, 3 male lions attack 1 lion, so this guy better hurry on out or it won't last long. These 2 male lions fight over this female, and the female, meanwhile, runs in between them as if to tell them she doesn't want them to fight. Finally, these male lions seem to have a disagreement, so they all lie on the ground, thinking about what they will say when they get to the negotiating table. After seeing this countdown, there's no doubt in my mind that the lion is the fiercest animal in the bush. My favorite has to be the lions fighting each other, because unless it is 2 or 3 against 1, it is a fair fight. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our countdown of 15 merciless moments when male lions attack their prey. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. And that's it for now.